Hello and welcome back. In this video we're going to look at how to control your history when you're on YouTube, as this is going to influence the content that's presented to you. So here we go. In the upper right you can see that I am logged in. If I click on it, you may possibly come in, this menu may look a little different, and that's because fairly recently YouTube has gone with a new look. It's called New YouTube, and you can see right at the bottom I could come down here and I could restore the old YouTube, and I could switch back and forth if I wanted to, but we're going to look at the new YouTube. I think that's the future. Okay, the first option under here is My Channel. Now, you have to distinguish between this page that you land on. If you click Home or if you click YouTube, this page that you land on is really a series of videos that are being suggested to you. Now, these videos, if you're very new, you first logged into the channel, first time you've really logged in and used YouTube, it's going to be very generic. It often has to do with things like entertainment, things that have been recently uploaded and are popular in YouTube, things that are trending, etc. But as you use it more, if you keep your history on, it will start to guess or gather information about you depending on your searches and what you're actually watching, with the intent of suggesting videos and presenting you with videos that are more to your interest. Okay, so this is this public watching area. However, when you pick My Channel, this is your area for uploading and presenting videos to other people. So as I said in a previous video, you get a channel when you sign up for a YouTube account, and you can create multiple other channels if you'd like with a single account. And this is your space for presenting things to the world. Now we'll come in and we'll look at this in more detail later. A couple of major options are to customize, so to change the look and the layout of this channel, and Creator Studio, which is a management center for your videos, including everything from creating playlists to creating communities to looking at analytics, so how people are watching your videos, etc. Okay, so we'll come back to that at another time. And you can see the links for Creator Studio are also here. It's also where you could sign out if you'd like. Now, if you do sign out, you should know that in general, unless you have things set very tight, it's still going to track the history and make suggestions for what's happening when you're in YouTube. But that's just going to be based on who's logged into the computer and not who's logged in to Google itself. Okay, if you have multiple channels, you'll be able to switch accounts here. So you can see that I have a series of channels and I could jump between them. I'm not going to do that. Well, let's do that. Let's just go to another course. I have a channel for a different course I'm teaching, an elective. And when I get there, it doesn't really look, this is not my channel. I don't know. It's because it's bringing me to the YouTube area itself. Once I've gone there, I have to go to My Channel, and then that will bring me into my channel area. So that can be a little confusing. By default, you're always going to come to this YouTube homepage, which is not your space for uploading and presenting information. It's simply things that are being suggested to you. So let me switch over here just to another course or another channel. Okay. Also within that menu, fairly new, you have this dark theme. This is not a big deal. This is just changing your look, the way you're viewing this. So you can either go with a light white theme or a dark theme. Also in here is a link to settings, and you'll see there are all sorts of settings here, different categories. We'll look at these in more detail later, because there's quite a bit there. Again, this help link that you can get from the menu on left, send feedback. This is your official language, so for most of us this is going to be English, but it doesn't have to be. So if the official language you were presenting your videos in was Spanish, you'd want to change that up. Oops, sorry. Okay, restricted mode. This is going to filter out. This is going to filter out things that might be a little more controversial, and keep it kind of a G or a PG. And you can turn this on. But this is for your own viewing. So this is just for you logged in on this browser. It's not really something that is effective with students, because they can always come into their own accounts and turn it on or off. So you're really going to be more reliant on either firewalls and web filters and stuff at the school to keep the content more appropriate if students have access to YouTube. Many times they don't. And as we talked about before, there's this restore old YouTube. So if you were to do that, this menu would just look different. It's as simple as that. Okay, let's look at the videos themselves. If you mouse over, you'll see in the upper right hand corner is a clock. So if I were to click on the clock for the first one, what it's simply done is it's added it to this watch later list. Now there's another way to do that. Is I could click on these three dots here and say add to watch later, and that's going to do exactly the same thing. So let's do that. So now I have two videos, and when I come to watch later, it's just a place for me to stack things up in here and come back when I have more time to view them. If something in here, well, Google Forms quizzes, perhaps I don't want to watch this later, perhaps that was a mistake, I can click the three dots once I'm in the watch later area and just remove it from my watch list. Now, other than that, I can simply click on it and play it. Okay, at any point if I want to watch a video, I simply click on it. The video will come into this new page. It will open up larger. Let's take a look at this environment for a second. First of all, you can see that this has an advertisement on it, and many videos do, not all do. But there'll be several options. Either there'll be an option to skip the video. You can see if I wait 2 more seconds, I'll be able to skip this advertisement and get right to the video. So let's do that. There's the title of the video here, the number of views it currently has, number of thumbs up here, so people who have indicated that they like this video, giving it a thumbs up, a thumbs down. There's a share option here, and you can very quickly share with a number of social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, etc., right down the line. You can also grab this shortened link. So this particular link, if I copy this and I emailed it to somebody, they would come right into this same space. I can click embed at the bottom, and what that's going to do is it's going to give me this code right here that I can put right into a web page in the HTML, and if I put it in there, that video will appear embedded right in my web page. And then there are options I can include with that. Show suggested videos when this one finishes. I don't have to do that. I can leave it on or off. Show player controls, and we'll look at those in a minute, but they're down at the bottom. The options for going full screen or various other viewing options. You can include those or not. You can show the type and player actions, and then this option down at the bottom is to enable privacy enhanced mode. This has to do with cookies. So enabling this should allow users in theory to watch videos without accepting the cookies that are associated with them. So people who are very concerned about privacy sometimes have their settings set in a way that it disallows cookies. So this is something that would make it easier for them. Okay, underneath that, there should be, underneath the title, there should be or down under the title is a whole section down here. It's giving a summary of what it's about. Okay, there may be a show more, so if there may or may not be more information down there. But if there is, you'd have to click the show more to see it. Okay, there should be a subscribe button. So if you like this channel, and the channel is listed here, Late Night with Stephen Colbert, if I were to click on this, it would bring me to the channel and show all the videos that are associated with this particular channel here. Okay, so you can subscribe to that channel. It's going to appear on a list, so that it's just a quick way for you to get back and see things that are posted here. So it can be very, very useful if that's not something that you're doing. Okay, underneath will be comments. If comments are allowed, they'll be listed down at the bottom. And then there's a series of controls on the video player itself. There's volume control over here. So although you can control it from the main computer volume, you can also adjust it right on YouTube here, up or down. You can skip to various places in the video simply by clicking the progress bar here. So it's jumping to an area later in the video. You can see along here it's telling you that this particular video is 2 minutes 37 seconds, and I'm currently on second 2, where if I click over here I'm now on second 52. So it can be useful if you get information as to where in the video there is the content that you want to watch. Now, controls over on the right. All the way to the right is a full screen mode, so if you click that, it takes you full computer screen, which can be really nice to watch something a little larger. To get out of this mode, I am going to hit escape. Another option for returning to the different mode is to use the theater mode button to the left. I prefer escape. Let me jump back over here to CC, or closed caption. So if there are subtitles included, they'll list along the bottom. So this obviously is helpful for people who are either hearing impaired or situations where you don't have volume. And then this set of controls here under the gear. Autoplay means it's simply going to start when the page loads, as opposed to you needing to start it. If there are any annotations, they can be turned off or on. As we've looked at in a previous video, you can control the speed of this. So when you're trying to extract information, that can be very useful. You can play it a little faster or a little slower. Again, subtitles here on or off, another method to adjust that. And then the quality. So why would you adjust quality? Why would I take it down to a lower quality? Simply if I had a slow internet connection, bringing it down can help speed access to that particular video, maybe have less buffering, etc. Okay, that's the basic layout of your watch page. And you can see that outside of the recommended at the top, you're going to have different sections down below on your main viewing page. These can be removed. So if this entire section is something I really don't want, I can simply click the X. It'll be removed. I have a chance to undo it now. I will not be able to undo that later. So this is just a way for me to influence. By eliminating this, YouTube is tracking this and kind of factoring in that maybe that's not something that I want to see. Individually on videos, you have some options. You can say not interested. So if I'm not interested in this particular video, again, it's going to factor that information into what it presents to me later. We've looked at add to watch list. I can create a playlist. So a playlist would be a collection of things that I probably want to see again. But I can put those in a list. You think of it like a music playlist. You know, assembling a series of videos that you see as a group and want to have access to as that group. And again, you can report something you don't like about a video here so that YouTube can review that. On the right side of a block of suggested videos is generally an arrow. Just brings you to more suggestions in that category. And then returning to history. Remember, there are several different types of history. So if I want to remove something, I simply make sure I'm in the right category, watch history, and I simply remove it here. And this will affect how things are presented to me. Okay, so I can also go to search history, and you can see here different search terms and stuff. And again, I can remove those if I need to. If I've made comments, those will be listed here, etc. So managing this history helps perfect how videos are suggested to you.